Okay, program 6. Yep. I think we'll do this one easy. Hope no one in the studio is going to kill anyone. Well, might do with that newsreader. Only joking. Right, are we ready? Everyone in positions? Yeah. Okay, don't kill. We're going into the 10 song. Ready? Run, BT.
Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Ten Commandments, I can never do the stuff the law demands. On the cross, the Son of Man gave me grace and glory and a place to stand. The law won't budge, the law won't bend. You can't do nothing about 1 through 10. To teach about Jesus, my Savior and friend. The 10. Here we go again. Ten Commandments, I could never do the stuff the law demands. But on the cross, the Son of Man gave me grace and glory and a place to stand. The law won't budge, the law won't bend. You can't do nothing about 1 through 10. The teaching about Jesus, my Savior and friend. The 10. Love God first. Love God. Love God only. Love God. Love God's name and day. Honor your parents. Love God. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has. Love God first, love God only, love God's name and day, honor your parents. Don't kill, don't break your vows, don't steal and don't lie, don't covet what somebody else has.
Going extra mile to bring you a smile, smile, smile. And here we are together with the smile phrase. Hey up, my name's AJ and I'm here to do smile mega phrase. And these are reinforced because this series is based on 10 Commandments. These rules were given to Moses by God. They are rules so we can walk the right path with Jesus. They are not there to spoil our fun, they are there to protect us. Remember, Wear a smile. One size fits all. What we're going to do is go through these mega phrases, and we're going to go through them a couple of times so we can remember them. Are you ready, children? Here we go. Smile phrase number 6. Do not commit murder. And that's in the Old Testament in the book of Exodus. And that's chapter 20, verse 13. Can you say it with me, children? Do not commit murder. Exodus 20, 13. Right, over to Justin with news. Justin.
This is Justin with the news. Justin. Yet another person has become victim to the broken Ten Commandments. We have investigated and found through the Bible the first victim of this awful crime, the first life to be taken by another human being, and warning against committing the most terrible act you could commit against another person, murder. We go over to our reporting studios to hear of this terrible tragedy witnessed by a mere mouse. Yes, you heard it here, a mere mouse. This is Justin with the news.
Hello, children. It's me again, Gladys. We've got our lovely story time. But I've got something very, very special for you this time. Do you see my little friend? This is Janet. Say hello, Janet. See, I can do ventriloquism. Anyway, let's get on with the story. Many years had passed after Janet had followed Adam and Eve out of the Garden of Eden. She loved to watch them in their daily lives. They still talked daily with God. They were happy. One day, Janet woke to find a little special in her box. The specials Janet refers to are actually people, you know. Adam and Eve had named the little boy Cain. He was a lovely little boy, and he would spend hours playing with Janet. However, she didn't like it when he pulled her tail. Adam and Eve thought Cain was lonely. They told God that Cain needed a friend. God gave them a brother for Cain. They named him Abel. Janet thought this was a very, very strange name, but she soon became fond of Abel too. Janet watched the boys growing up. They would play. Abel would go and hide, while Janet watched them from a distance. Cain would go and search him out. Janet would point to the rock she saw Abel hide behind. He's over there! Cain couldn't hear Janet's small squeaks, but she was convinced he only found Abel with her help. Oh, bless. The boys grew into strong men, but they were very different. Abel grew up with a great love of animals. He looked after sheep. He was a fine shepherd man. When he fed the sheep, he would leave extra food out for the other wildlife, including Janet. He would leave grain for the birds, nuts for the squirrels, and Janet would go and steal a couple of these also. She was a bit naughty, you know. Cain, on the other hand, grew up to be a fine farmer. He tended to his fields, bringing a successful crop each year. This particular year, it was an amazing harvest. Cain cut all the corn. A bundle had fallen to the ground. Janet watched as Cain scooped these up from the ground and then took them as an offering to God. God was not pleased. But then Abel walked along the path. He had his arms full. He was carrying a fatted calf. No, he wasn't. It was a lamb. You know, the ones which go baa. It was by far the best of the flock. He gave this as an offering to God. God beamed down his delight to Abel. Janet followed Cain. She could sense he was very angry that God favoured Abel's offering. Cain asked Abel to go with him to his field. At that moment, Janet's friend George called her and asked her to play. George was a little blue bird with a yellow stripe down his forehead. George and Janet played for a little while in the mouse holes, playing hide in the hole. When George and Janet finished playing, Janet looked around for the boys. They were nowhere to be seen. Janet got worried. The boys had been gone quite a while. Janet and George went up to the field. Janet could not believe her eyes. Abel was lying on the floor in a pool of blood. At that moment, the sky turned grey and the wind blew cold. Cain had left the field. God shouted to Cain, "Where is your brother?" And Cain replied, "I don't know. Am I supposed to look after him?" was Cain's reply. Janet was frightened. She clung on to George's wing. She knew something awful had happened. George and Janet shook with fear. God said angrily to Cain, "You have killed your brother. I have got to punish you. You must leave here. There will be no home for you. You'll be a wanderer." Janet looked back at Cain. She was sure she saw Venom slipping away. Venom was a snake from the Garden of Eden, you know. He was a dark, slimy colour. She could feel Cain's fear. She knew that if he was sent away, he would surely be killed when others found out that God was not pleased with him. Janet watched as God put a special mark on Cain to show that if anyone kills him, they will suffer 7 times more. Cain was very sorry. So was Janet. Janet and George followed Cain out of the land and waved as they saw him disappear into no man's land. Janet could see the same pattern again as with Cain's parents, the sin which they committed by disobeying God. Cain was jealous of Abel and he got mad, which led to a fight, and then committed another sin by killing Abel. Janet thought life was very sad, and she never wanted to be angry of another creature. It's very easy to get angry with somebody. We all do it. Have you ever got angry with your parents? Or your brothers or your sisters? A friend maybe? A teacher? Someone who doesn't like you? When we have feelings of anger, we must be very careful, for anger can easily lead to sin. The Bible tells us when we become angry with someone, we must not keep that anger in our hearts for long. We must get rid of it, or it will lead to something worse. I hope you liked that story, children, and I hope you've learnt something by it. See you again next time. Goodbye. Right, get Heather to smile. Yep, I know the weather's bad, but just get a smile in. Yeah, look into the camera, Heather. Oh, where's she got? Yeah, there she is. Right, ready? 5, 4, 3, 2, 1.
Hello everybody, Heather here, bringing you the weather. Well, today across the road, it's lovely. I spoke to my friend today, Hazy Daisy. She says today will be hard to see anything. The air will be a little damp. Take a torch with you and wear bright clothes. Basically, a cloud has fallen from the sky. We need some strong angels to carry it back up again and put it where it belongs. It's not a very pretty day. I like it when it's a bit more bright, don't you? Cars will drive a bit slower. I don't like the fog. It is too foggy. Okay, we do apologise for the inconvenience this will cause, but we will hopefully have better news tomorrow. Lovely. And remember, God created the weather. This is Heather with the weather.
Okay, welcome to this production meeting for our next set of programme. Okay, what we need to make sure, Katrina, is we get good shots on them faces as them puppeteers are dancing, okay? Carl, what I want you to do, mate, is make sure all them cables are out of the way. We want it nice and tight, all right, yeah? Lenny, can you make sure that lighting is absolutely perfect? Get all them hot spots onto them puppet faces, because we want it to be just right. Understand? Are we ready then, team? Let's go, all you smileys out there. Woohoo!
Gold was the color of that first day, radiant yellow of sunrise. They ran in the beauty of all God had made, the hue of his love in their eyes. Black was the fear that darkened the door, eclipsing the truth of all gone before. Obsidian lies blinding all of mankind, coloring our judgment to be colorblind. Red was the cross, crimson the blood, flowing from Jesus. He broke the curse of the cardinal sin. He rose from the dead to free us. White was the light, pure and pristine, illuminating us, making us clean. Sin red as scarlet, now washed white as snow, that showed his true colors and salvation show. Colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast. The colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast. Is the growth of new birth, a springtime of love celebration, an emerald light that commands us to go and troop the colors of salvation. Blue is for heaven, our final home, where with flying colors around the royal throne we'll unveil forever our final hope, and worship in colors not even known. Colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast. The colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast. Colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, and the colors were nailed to the mast. The colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast. Colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast. The colors of salvation, redeeming the past, flowed into one through God's holy Son, when the colors were nailed to the mast.
Oh, this place. Oh, look, Beth! Lauren! Tea! Howard! Howard, would you like a cup of tea, dear? Oh, he always... Do you know what? I feel so stabbed in the back. Just like the 10 Commandment. Do not kill. just ignore them. There is a green hill far away. Oh, Leslie! Near the Okay, that's a wrap on programme 6 called Could Murder a Cup of Tea. Couldn't go and make us one, could you, Graham? More than your job's worth? Yeah, thought so. Can somebody go and ask Molly for me then? She's retired, yep. Thought I hadn't seen her for a while. Actually, come to think of it, has something happened to her? I think I might call the police, see if she's been murdered or something. Nah, doubt it. Okay, that's a wrap.